Alright everybody, I've reached a new low. I'm gonna do a haul video because my wife was watching one of those people unbox all their makeup and I'm like, why can't the guys get on this? Why can't the nerdy guys get in on this? So, Apex, as some of you may know, this is USA Gundam Store, and I got like $200 in gift cards for Christmas. Very unexpected. And I spent them all. And then some, actually. Forgot about tax and shipping. Yeah, whatever. Math was never my strongest skill. Yeah, this video guest starring the Gizmo, because it's cool. There we go. Let's see here. Come on. There we are. If anyone wants to know what the Gizmo is, and you're not a Ghostbusters fan, ask me in the comments. Like and subscribe first, though. What do we got? See, look, I'm doing this thing where I'm not cutting stuff open until you guys get here. Sorry. Grandpa RX-78 was in the way. Paper. Packaging material. What do we got here? Oh, Mr. Hobby. Little baby Q-tips. Look at that. We got these. I just went Q-tip crazy. You can't have too many fancy Q-tips when you're modeling. They're great. They're great to have. And I'll just throw you over there. Mr. Brush. Hi, Mr. Brush. I'm Mr. Schwartz. That's a nice looking. I never like really spent money on quality paintbrushes, and these are like the entry level Mr. Hobby brushes. Well, not quite. They're like mid-grade. Got a couple nice little brushes there. There we go. Not cheap. Probably like, I think it was $8 each, almost. Got a USA Gundam Store modeler's knife. I have an X-Acto already, but it's always loosening up on me, and just because it's X-Acto brand doesn't mean it's the best. And this has a little pokey bit on the end, which might come in handy for stuff. Yeah, it's like, yeah, don't cut yourself open. Great. Okay, so we got that there. What do I have here? So, I mean, what's one of your expensive things you waste a lot of money on? Very easily, this stuff. This stuff. Oh, this stuff and this stuff. These are two things. Let's see what this can cost me. I don't know. I got that one from Amazon. This one doesn't have its wrapper on there. They're like $13, $14 each, if not more sometimes, $15. And they're awesome. It's some of the best stuff you can get. However, as some of you know, putting paint through an airbrush, way more efficient, less use of paint for the same coverage or better coverage. You use a lot less paint than you would using a rattle can. And I only use, you know, airbrush paint for the most part, unless it's like primer or clear coat. In those cases, I stuck with the rattle cans, and honestly, it's killing me. I can't anymore. So what do we got here? Oh, 6 per case. I should have just got a whole case. We got 6 bottles of Mr. Super Clear UV Cut Flat, and these, I think, will do more coverage than the big rattle can. Like, one jar will do more coverage than the big rattle can, and it costs less than half the price. So that's a good, solid bit of advice. What else do we have here? Mr. Masking Soul Neo, whatever. This is a liquid mask. I'll have to put that in the paint shaker if I ever want to use it. Liquid mask is good to cover up areas that are just too much of a pain in the ass to use masking tape on. Oh, what's this little guy? Oh, extra blades for the hobby knife. Alright, good. USA Gundam Store. They don't have many Gundams right now. I mean, there's a few, obviously, but I mostly go high grades. Slim pickings. But I've got just about all the Gundam models that I could ever want. I already have, or they've already been ordered and they're on the way, or they're on pre-order, or what have you. There's not much left out there that I mean, I've got quite the pile. I'm focused on, like, you know, Universal Century stuff, even if it's MSV and whatnot. But we got this Mr. Metal Primer R. I don't know what that R stands for. So I got some of this because I used to use Tamiya metal primer, and it came in spray cans. It was clear. It's stuck. When I build my model tanks, I would prime the metal parts, the chassis tub and the barrel generally, with that metal primer. Trax metal primer. So I'm going to switch, like I said, I'm trying to airbrush everything I can airbrush. I got some extra thin Can never have too much Tamiya extra thin. We got some Mr. Surfacer 1200. We do have the correct thinner around somewhere here already. We have this stuff and we have this stuff. So we've got the right thinners already. God, I got so many damn thinners now. It's getting ridiculous. Hey, more more extra thin. Look, last year it was hard to find that stuff at all. What else do we have here? Oh, AK weathering effects. So we have rust streaks and we have decayed deposits. They give you some examples of the uses. These are great. I'm more for building tanks. I don't weather my Gundams, but these would also be fantastic for weathering Gundams, even though most Gundams I don't think are made of a metal that would rust. Maybe Xeon stuff. Who knows? Let's get those out of the way. I'm going to have a lot of cleanup to do when I'm done here. Another thing of the Mr. Hobby Metal Primer, because I had $200 to spend, so I was just like, add multiples to the cart. Oh, please tell me it. Mr. Mark Softer and Mr. Mark Setter. This is the best working water slide decal solution on the planet. Mr. Mark Setter by itself does an excellent job. Mr. Mark Softer, however, can be a bit on the aggressive side. He doesn't play well with others sometimes, so I use this sparingly. I use it on giant decals that really need to lay into some like intricate panel lines. I'll use this. If it's a flat surface and it doesn't need much else, like laying into lines, I'll just use this. That's it. Just this underneath and maybe a little more on top, and that's great. It works way better than the Tamiya Mark Fit Strong, Mark Fit Extra Strong. Doing so much flip flapping. Let's see. What do we have? Jeez. I went crazy. So I've got 6 jars of Mr. Color Gloss Super Clear 3. So you lay a gloss coat down before you do panel lining, and you lay it down before you do decals. And I don't need it to be the UV cut stuff, so I just got the regular. And then we got some Mr. Color GX Super Smooth Clear Flat, because sometimes you're going to lay down some more flat over decals and other things, and sometimes you really don't care about the UV cut stuff. Like, if I'm working on a fully painted model tank, I don't need UV cut for that. The paint doesn't really fade. The UV cut is great for putting on bare plastics that you're not painting. You want the UV cut to keep the plastics from discoloring due to ultraviolets, radiation, waves, whatever, light. That's where that comes in handy. I'm not going to stand and break my own rule in this a little bit here, but let me see. Okay. Oh, Vajanga. These are the same color as these. So I got, 4 giant jars of Mr. Surfacer 1200. Like, this is kind of like, so not a lifetime supply, but this will cover me for a good number of years. And then we broke our rule on the rattle cans, because, rattle can for giant parts, and this stuff is stinky, so I do it outside. But for like Tamiya metal chassis tubs for tanks, I just got these just because, like, why the hell not? When I'm metal priming tracks and more intricate things like gun barrels, when you're trying to spray a gun barrel with this thing, if you get close enough to not waste paint, it creates runs. And if you're far enough away to not have runs, 90% of your paint is just going into the air. Whereas on a big chassis tub, the majority of the paint out of the can will hit the chassis tub on a 16th scale tank. So we did get some of those. And hey, did these fools in Florida not send me a free sticker? I spent over $200 of gift cards, but still I spent a lot of money with them. What the heck? I am going to lodge a formal complaint on Facebook with all sorts of rhetoric and diatribe immediately. No, I'm not. I'll mention in jest, hey guys, I spent $200, I didn't get a sticker. You know what they'll do? They'll send me a sticker. Zaku Aurelius himself will issue a formal apology for the lack of the sticker. He's, I guess, their new official, he's always been their official face of social media, but now he's like their bitch proper now. He works for them. Like, he's their employee in the building. So, Zaku, the freedom you may have had at some point in your life is now gone. Your boss is your boss. Okay, here we go. Let's get all this haul. We got many, many, many jars of things. Oh, let's not forget our Q-tips and our paintbrushes and our more Q-tips and our weathering bits. And what else do we got here? Separate side note, we did get some Reg Dab from Badger. If your airbrush plunger sticks and doesn't always release and it keeps running the air, you need to lube. You need the needle juice. Lube your needles, guys. Oh wait, that sounded whatever. Lube the needles. But either way, here's all of our stuff. Like I said, about $200 for all this, but this pile of stuff is going to last me a long time. Yeah, I think that's it. There we go. That's all she wrote. Say goodbye. Say goodbye, Gizmo. Goodbye, Gizmo. I love this thing. It's so freaking cool. All right, I'll tell you what it is. It's Ecto Labs Belt Gizmo. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you're gonna Google it and be like, I still don't get it. And then you do some more research, and then you go down the rabbit hole, and then you're dressing up as a big sack of potatoes with a proton pack at Halloween and at cons, and oh, you've now entered the Ghostbusters fan zone. So, there we go. Enjoy, everybody. This is going to be my most popular video ever. Who knows? Once I put, like, haul video, like a hashtag, I don't know what's going to happen. I might have a bunch of weirdos start showing up and watching my videos. I don't need them. I don't want the makeup haul video weirdos on me. But either way, here we go. That was our haul. I probably did it wrong, but I can't watch those ladies haul videos. I can't. In passing, I'm like, what's that? It's all video. Okay. I can't watch them. I don't need to screw up my YouTube like suggested video preferences at all. You click on the wrong thing on YouTube, and you're like, oh, I didn't want to watch that. And then next thing you know, it's everywhere. It's like, no, stop suggesting this. I don't care about 20 ways to make a potato. All right, yeah, whatever. You get bored sometimes. Or you click when you're drunk. Don't drunk click on YouTube. You never know what the hell's going to happen. You're going to come back the next day, and your feed's going to be all wacky. But either way, adios, everybody. We'll see you next time.